Barbed wire as far as the eye can see. This is Kübekhaza on the Hungarian-Serbian border. Mayor Robert Molnar wants to show us how the so-called anti-migrant fence has affected his community, but the border police don't want us here.
Do you have permission to film?
No, but we do have press freedom.
The border guard wants to check our papers.
Don't get too close. It's got an electric current.
Finally, they let us film.
I don't want to live in a country that allows things like this, and I don't want that for my children. We may end up as refugees ourselves one day. Freedom of the press is under attack. The entire system is corrupt.
The 1,500 people who live in Molnar's village can sense that. Most of the residents are farmers or craftsmen. The village gets hardly any financial support from the government. The mayor says that last year, that support amounted to a whopping €4. Still, that hasn't stopped Molnar from criticizing the country's far-right populist government. EU flags fly prominently in the village as a sign of protest.
I think it's essential for Hungary to be part of Europe. You shouldn't play one side against the other. I think it's disgraceful that people are creating negative stereotypes and trying to turn that into political capital.
Molnar is referring to a fellow mayor 30 kilometers up the road in the town of Mórahalom. There are a number of newly renovated monuments here, and lots of new construction, including the City Hall building. But we don't see any EU flags here. Mayor Zoltán Nógrádi is a member of Prime Minister Viktor Orban's Fidesz party. Nógrádi supports the government, and he and his town have certainly done well because of it.
Communities that don't get government support should take a long, hard look at themselves. It's all about reciprocity. If a mayor gives the government a hard time, the government will do the same to him.
Here's something that the nationalists in Budapest certainly like. It's the Mini Hungary Park, which features architectural highlights from the old Austro-Hungarian Empire, in miniature.
This shows Greater Hungary. The only buildings that you see here are those that once stood in this historic region.
The town's efforts to glorify Hungary's past have brought in a lot of government funding. That includes money for new streetlights. The contract went to a company called Helios, which just happens to belong to the Prime Minister's son-in-law. The European Anti-Fraud Office found a number of irregularities in contracts that were awarded to Helios.
The application process was carried out through the proper channels. The contract was awarded to Helios. I didn't take a look at the details.
But Robert Molnar is not at all surprised by the allegations of contract irregularities.
The Hungarian government deals with people in three ways. They buy them off, or they smear them, or they shut them up.
That evening, Molnar returns to the border. He believes that this fence is not only dividing Hungary from Europe, it is dividing Hungary itself.